My name is Naomi Omonua Igbinovia, and I took a long break from social media, creating on social media, and I'm glad to say that I am back on your screen. So basically, I create content around so many different areas. I'm a project manager who works in educational technology, customer-centric areas, small businesses, and basically a few other industries. I am considered to be a multi-potentialite. I'm also a two-time author, I'm a digital product creator, I'm a coach, and so many other things. Yes, so today I want to talk about being a multi-potentialite, my journey, the advantages, the disadvantages, and everything I've had to go through, everything I've had to, everything I've had to experience from being a multi-potentialite, basically. So I want you to watch, sit, engage, and enjoy. First thing, who is a multi-potentialite? A multi-potentialite is someone who has diverse skills or interests. That is basically the summary of who a multi-potentialite is. Like I said, I have done so many things in my very few years being online. Over 7 years being online, I have done so many things. I have been in diverse industries, just exploring, and it has come off with different, side effects, different advantages. People think different things about it, and today I want to talk about it. So now that you know who a multi-potentialite is, can you imagine somebody? Are you thinking about somebody already who you think might be a multi-potentialite? Now, some people think being a multi-potentialite is a very disastrous thing, and other people, it is a blessing, right? So like I said, a multi-potentialite is someone who has diverse skill and diverse interests, right? So think about a doctor who is also a business owner, who is also a writer, who is also an artist. Think about a musician who is also a lawyer, who is also a publisher, who is also basically anybody who has so many things going on in their lives, or so many interests, or so many things doing, is a multi-potentialite. Now, I want to basically tell you guys how I knew or how I discovered the word multi-potentialite. Now, somebody sent me a message and said, oh, the last time I remember you were a skincare therapist, because my first journey in the entrepreneurship space was making skincare products. The person said, last time I remember you were a skincare therapist and now you are a business coach. How did you transition? What was that about? And I basically just said, I felt like I needed to do something new. I felt like I needed to explore, and then that's how I started, coaching on business, because I had a skincare business that was functioning so well, but had to shut down because of a lot of regulatory issues, shipping product, and so many other things. So, I began to see myself doing so many other things I wasn't even coming online to do. For a fact, I like to bake. In fact, I bake different things. I experiment on YouTube a lot. Anything I see, I want to bake it. Even if I haven't sold any of my, products yet, but I just bake a lot of things. I like to manufacture things. I like to juice things. I like to just make something. I like to be busy. So yeah, I have actually done a lot of things in my entrepreneurship journey. I was a skincare manufacturer. I became a skincare coach. I became a business coach. There's a story to it. Obviously, in more videos, I'll be able to break it down, but I just wanted you guys to get the concept of, my journey so far. I became a business coach. From being a business coach, I became an accountability coach. And then from being an accountability coach, I said I had a jewelry store. From having a jewelry store, I became a project manager, and then I picked some areas I wanted to work in, and then I have other things I do not want to disclose yet that I currently do. And I think some people on my Instagram will know that I started trading forex recently, just freelance, not really serious. So I have so many interests and then so many skills. I'm a public speaker. Also, I can create digital products from anything. I can create an amazing customer experience from any business, as little as it can be. So yeah, that's just the highlight of the things that I currently do. Now, the first thing first is, how is this perceived by the public or society, or how is a multi-potentialite perceived by the public or society? The first thing I want to say is people, especially older generations, they think that multi-potentialites are confused people. They lack focus, they lack direction, they lack a way forward, they lack clarity, they lack, people think that multi-potentialites are basically here and there, right? They obviously might be an atom of truth in it, because if you're a young person, you might truly be trying to find clarity, trying to find focus, trying to find your own voice, trying to find how to do some things, and then people think that you're confused. It's very, very possible. But I also want to share from my journey what were the advantages of me being a multipotentialite, what were the disadvantages, and how I've been able to navigate them. In subsequent videos, I'm going to be creating on tips to help multipotentialites. I'm going to be creating on digital products. I'm going to be creating content on basically anything. So expect to see anything at all from me on this space. After all, who makes the rules? No one. So yeah. So let's start from advantages of being a multipotentialite. Now, the first thing first is diverse experience. If you're a multipotentialite, you'd have experience in different things. So for me now, if I were to create a CV, my CV would be 3 pages long because I have experience in so many other things. It's not just like hobbies. I have worked in so many areas, so many industries. So my CV is going to be long. So your chances are broader. You're able to experience life on a larger perspective. My own perspective is we all will not live here alive anyway. Someday, 100 years from now, 80 years from now, we're all going to die. So I try to explore as much as I can to make the best use of the opportunity. So one thing that's an advantage to me is I have diverse experience. To be very honest, my CV is very, 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 very long. And another thing is diverse network and workforce. Now, if you're a multipotentialite, chances being that you have worked with different kinds of people in different industries. You have worked with people who are lawyers, for example, in quotes. You have worked with people who are writers. You have worked with creators in the digital space. So your network is very broad because you have people from here. For me, I have friends who are coaches. I have friends who are skincare business owners. I have friends who are project managers. I have friends who are here, and there's so many. So you have a diverse, workforce, diverse network of people. If you need someone from any of these areas, it's quick to easily connect with them. Another thing is you can easily adapt anywhere because you have different experiences. You can adapt to anything. So for me, once I get into an area, I study the behavior, and you think that I've been there for long, I can fit in. Quick story: I had a job that was for 2 weeks. I had never ever done the job before, and the first day I got in, my line manager was like, "Naomi, are you sure you don't have experience in this area?" I said, "No, it's my first day, working in this area." And this is like, "You've adapted so well, you've blended in so well," and I'll give credit to my being a multipotentialite. If not, I would just be clueless and just be maybe waiting for something. But I was able to adapt extremely well, and that was an advantage to me. I'm able to fit into anywhere. Another thing I would say is multiple streams. Now, being a multipotentialite doesn't mean that you have to jump from this area to that area to that area. You can literally do a lot of stuff at the same time. Now, another thing I enjoy is multiple streams. I get to be paid from different industries as a project manager. I get to be paid for my digital products I've created years ago for some platforms. I get to be paid royalties by Amazon because I'm a writer. I also do software testing, manual software testing. I test people's application to let them know customer perspective, what I think about it, and I get paid for it. So I get to be paid for multiple streams instead of just one source or one salary. I get to be paid from multiple streams. So that's one of the advantages. It wasn't always as easy, but I'd say that it has been a very, very good thing. I can just wake up and pull up one of my quick skills and then just make money from it. Yeah, so that's an advantage to me as well. Another thing is you get to discover your strengths and your weaknesses. You get to know the areas in which you are very, very solid. I can tell you the areas I'm solid now. I am a ruthless executionist. My implementation rate is very fast. If you tell me I want to write a book in 3 days, if you hire me to work with you as a project manager, you literally write the book in 3 days because I am a ruthless executionist. I am so fast, even in normal things of life. I'm so fast with doing things. I don't waste time. I'm just concerned about getting the results, and so yeah. I guess that's my strength. I would say that's my core strength. Another of my core strength is customer centric. I tell people that if you can make me as a customer happy, chances being that you can make 90% of the population of the world happy, because I sort of have a very, very tough way of viewing businesses. So I get to review some business and tell the business, oh, you might have a customer that will complain about this. Get to revamp customer experience for businesses. That is another of my core area. Another of my core area is organization. Oh God, I'm super duper organized. So yeah, you get to know your strengths and your weaknesses. You get to know the areas that you're not really strong in. As a project manager, I would say that one of the areas I'm still developing that I'll consider a weakness is negotiation, right? Speaking to people, to negotiate with them and say, oh, let's do this instead of this, let's do that instead of that. So I'm still developing on my negotiation skills. I'm not really able to convince people why they need to do this thing in their project XYZ, but I'm developing on it and I'm doing fantastically well. Even in life, normally when you go to buy something from a store or something, you get to like haggle price with the person to say, oh, let me pay XY. The person says no, pay Y, and then you just price. When I was in Nigeria, my mom, she always refuses to send me to the market because she would say that I would give out her money to the market women because I'm not unable to properly bargain with them. So yeah, that spans down my weaknesses. So you get to know the areas in which you're strong, areas in which you're weak, and then you get to apply your strengths more, because every human being has a weakness, right? So you get to apply your strengths more. So I have so many advantages of being a multipotentialite, but I don't want this video to be so long because, as I said, it was an introductory video. And now I want to talk about the disadvantages of being a multipotentialite. Yeah, and everything that has a upside definitely has a downside. So I'd say that one of the disadvantages for me is people think that you're confused. They think that you don't know what you're doing. Like I said, you might just be trying to discover yourself and then know what works for you. It's possible that you might not be a multipotentialite. It's possible that you're just testing different areas to know what one works for you. Eventually you pick one and you settle there. Doesn't mean you're a multipotentialite, right? So yeah, people think you're confused. Second thing is you lack authority. You cannot really build authority in a particular area because to build authority, you have to be known in a particular area for a particular period of time. So people see you as like the dawn of that area. So if you're a multipotentialite, you might not really be able to build a strong authority because you are in different areas. So people don't know you so much for a particular thing, except maybe you're fixed on building a brand in a particular area intentionally. So yeah, another thing is exhaustion. You get tired easily because you're doing a lot of things. Most nights I sleep 6 to 7 hours, which is ideal, but I feel like I should be sleeping more because I'm always working, I'm always doing something. Luckily for me, I work from home, so it's easy for me. But some people who are multipotentialites don't work from home, so it's tiring on them. Maybe they have government jobs, they have small businesses, they are writers, they are publishers, they are coaches. So you get exhausted from doing a lot of many things at the same time. So that's one of the things. You get to sacrifice your time to be able to develop capacity. The fourth thing I'll say is lack of mastery. A lot of multipotentialites do here, and then you don't really develop mastery in some areas. So you might be considered a novice or a newbie or intermediate. Meanwhile, if you're focused on one area, you might be considered a master. Not everyone is still considered a master, even if they're focused on one area anyway. So yeah, lack of mastery. But what I tell some people who are just like me is you might take some time off to be really good in this area and start learning about this area and start getting good. It is not impossible. It's not impossible, right? So, but you might be carried away and just be everywhere. That's why they say, jack of all trade and master of none. So that's very sad. You do not want to do that, but that's one of the disadvantages of being a multipotentialite. And yeah, one of the things that we go through, obviously. So being a multipotentialite is a big word, very long word. It's very, very rewarding, very, very tiring. But I guess it's just a personality type. I don't think people really learn to be like that. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a doctor, but I'm nowhere near a doctor. I'm nowhere even near the health industry. I don't even manage projects relating to health. So yeah, I guess that's it. Do you consider yourself a multipotentialite? Do people tell you that you're confused? Do you feel like you're actually confused? Yes, you might need to speak to someone. And one of the things that I'm making sure that I'm trying to do is make sure that people do not make the mistakes that I make. make sure other multi-potentialites like me make their journey smoother, make it easier, and make it worthwhile. Until my next video, I have 3 topics I want to create in my next video, and I want to ask your opinion. 1, I want to talk about only the disadvantages of being a multi-potentialite, and I want to tell you my own personal experience as disadvantages. 2, I want to talk about how you can give the best customer service experience to your customers, thus create a brand new customer experience. And the 3rd one I would like to talk about is how you can develop your skills as a young person to be relevant in any industry. So what one would you like me to talk about? Which of these 3 ones would you like me to talk about first? Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notification when I drop a new video. Like I said, I'm just back on your screen, so I need all of the love, I need all of the support that you have to give me. I can't wait to see you in my next video. It's Naomi Omonua, and I can't wait to connect with you. Feel free to send a DM to me, feel free to speak to me. It might take some time, but definitely I'll try to respond to as much people as I can. Until my next video, bye bye.